So let's review the Walkatron system, the Walkatron editor, and we'll just go through and make a crazy walk cycle, and then later on you'll see me use this in the procedural walking system. So let's start by loading up AA blank. This is what I use as my base of starting, and we're right off the bat we're going to give it a new name, and we're going to call this Walkatron loop cycle Bucky. So we'll call him Bucky. And he shows up in all the libraries right away, and we can actually even go here and reload him. And there he is. We can load up another system or another Walkatron loop and then go load up Bucky again, and we'll see that there he is just like that. So let's do some crazy stuff to this guy. So let's go to the let's see, hips. Let's make something kind of wacky. So we'll have him go down like this, and then let's put some lift on his heels. And so we'll go to the right foot. Now for this I'm going to turn on mirror bone and mirror bone 9 so that what I do on the right foot system will also be reflected on the left foot system without me having to do that, without having to actually go in and edit the left foot. So let's see, where is he lifting his heel? I think that's at 9. So let's go ahead and put some heel lift in there. And we see that it's already zeroed out at 13. So let's go to where he's landing his foot, which is at 17, and let's put some heel roll on that. So we'll put a little heel roll, and let's say he's gonna slap that foot down real quick like that. And let's go to the right foot lift, and we're gonna look for our alignment timing, which is happening at 13. So let's go to 13, and we're going to lift this up like that, and we see everything's hunky-dory with this. And let's go back to heel roll, and at 13 let's look at the side view here. Let's put some roll in there, and it looks like we're going to need to put a key also at 9 so that roll doesn't carry through. That looks good. Now let's do something with the spine. So let's go to spine, and we're going to put some bending in here. So remember, mirror bone, there's no bone that mirrors the spine because they're all single objects, symmetrical or centered objects. So let's go ahead and put some animation in here, and we'll say there and here, and here we can put on loop 9. Oh yeah, oh yeah, that's nice. I like that. And then we'll put in something on the spine bend 2. Let's put him here. And let's see, like that. And let's put that back in there. Okay, that's nice. Okay, now let's go to the arms, and we'll do something with the arms. Again, I have the mirror bone and mirror bone 9, so that we'll get a good symmetrical time offset animation data input from the left arm to the right arm. And let's go to arm swing, and let's say he's gonna swing his arm back like that. And actually, let's do mirror value. Let's do these 3 buttons here, and with this. Okay, this combination right here is really good for doing mirroring of the data offset from arm to arm. So here we got that. Oh yeah, that is funky. Bucky is doing very well. So let's hit the overwrite button, and we'll save what we have here. It's always nice to save these when things are looking good. Anytime your loop looks really good, save it. Okay, let's go to the elbow. And how do we want that elbow to work? That looks fine like that. But here, one little elbow in there, and then there. That is funky. Okay, let's go to our lower arm twist, and let's turn off mirror value, and I just want to set these guys like this. And then let's go to the wrist bend, and maybe I want to do the mirror value here. Let's see what happens if I do that. That's nice. And then let's also do some clavicle bending. So if we look at the front, that looks cool. And the side, oh yeah, that guy he is cool. It looks like this arm is forward and this one's backwards, so I'm going to have to fix that. So I'm just going to do that manually here. Let's go to right arm twist, and let's see, we need to put that like that. Okay, that's better. And let's go to the head and make him do some funky things with his head. Let's overwrite and save. And so we'll go to the side view. And step. Let's see. Let's say he's going to go. And let's put this kind of offset in timing. Now, we don't want everything to be on 1 and 9 or 4 and 5 and 13. So let's put a little offset here. And on the head, we're going to bend it. So on the head bend here, so let's put him down like that. And when he gets up to there, let's have him throw his head back. That. And let's see, maybe we can do that in here. And then he's going to go into, we're going to go into his neck, and we'll put a bend on the neck as well. And let's see, let's put it there, and there. And maybe we can put a little more on the spine. So let's go into the spine bend 3, and we'll put a little more in there, like that. Let's look at the hips on the front, and front view, and hit front again to get orthographic. And maybe we can put some side motion on there. So I'm going to put mirror loop 9 and also mirror value. And we'll put a little bit of this rotation in here too. Let's look at the 3/4 view for that. Let's look at the side view. Is that working for us? I think this will work for us. And we can look at the spine for the side, for the front view, and we can kind of counter that side motion that we're making. Or we could actually accentuate it, but then go up the chain and kind of bring it back a little bit. And go up here and bring it back a little bit. Oh yeah. Save it. So now we have this crazy walk cycle. Now if I go in here and I change the scale to like 200, as you see we have the same walk cycle happening, but maybe I actually need to turn on some fixers. So I'm going to do a straight leg check, and I'm going to use a ankle fix. And what this will do is it'll keep us from losing, again, the IK system. And we'll keep that on straight. That looks cool. If I were to do a forced straight leg, it would totally change the way the animation looks. Forced straight leg will actually override anything that you're doing with the hip height. Now if this scale gets too wild and gets too big, you may have problems with this happening. Look, you're stretching his legs out as far as they could possibly go, and you'll also notice that I'm automatically trying to bend the heal up as far as I can when I get into that situation. That's to give you a little more room in this system here. So if I turn off the force straight leg, when you're doing these fixes, he'll only drop his hips as low as the lowest part of the foot. So he's not going to keep moving down and down and down in order to try and fix himself. So this is as far as he'll go. Reducing the scale changes everything, and putting him back to where we want him. So here we have this crazy walk cycle. Let's go ahead and save him off here. And you'll notice when you get into the procedural walking system that you'll actually be able to control with the upper body scaling parameters and some of the leg scaling parameters. You can actually, per use of the walk cycle in the procedural walking system, you can actually control the scaling of all these elements here. So the spine can be scaled separately, the arms can be scaled separately, and the legs as well. So you still have a lot of control over how this single Walkatron loop will play back. So one Walkatron loop can turn into many different Walkatron loops just by changing some of those parameters. And there you go, there's a crazy walk cycle.